folks, it's Mike at Airnetics. In this video we'll show you how to set up a remote ramp radio amplifier in a repeater mode. So in this configuration we've got the master connected to the laptop of the network management system. We have two remote ramps, and ramp number 1 and ramp number 2. So if we go to the master summary screen, we can see, first of all, we got one antenna disabled on ramp number 1, but he's got a pretty decent signal from the master. Ramp number 2 has a much lower signal on both antennas. So what we're going to do is turn on ramp number 1 as a repeater. So the way we do that is go click here, open a relay monitor window, and we have to first put him in manual mode. Very important first step, and that will enable us to change these transmit channels. So currently he's set to transmit on 2 and 7. So we will enable his transmitter. As soon as the lights come on, he's actually transmitting. So he's a repeater, receiving on 1 and 6, transmitting on 2 and 7. So anybody close enough to him will pick him up. So we've got ramp number 2 in auto mode. And so what we'll do, as long as it's in auto, we'll do a rescan just by clicking this button. And if you watch the drop poles on this guy, you'll see they're increasing because he's actually offline. And now he comes back connected to ramp number 2 or ramp number 1. So we've got a repeater node set up at ramp number 1, receiving the master, transmitting on 2 and 7 to ramp number 2. Now the best practice is once he is connected, and you see his signal is much higher now, you click over here on manual, and then he will not change from receiving channels 2 and 7. Now you can concatenate this on down the stream by changing this to 3 and 8. And then you can enable his transmitter, and you'll see on the network map 3 and 8 are now white, which means he's transmitting but nobody's connected. So if you had another remote further down the stream, he would be connected to ramp number 2. So we'll turn that back off. So he's just receiving now. And you can have multiple receivers getting the same 2 and 7 and 1 and 6. So it's pretty flexible. So let me show you what happens now if we go back to number 1, disable his transmitter, and then we'll watch ramp number 2. You'll see the packet missed poles increase and he goes away. So we'll turn him back on, re-enable the transmitter, watch back over here, and he comes back. So that's how you turn an intermediate node into a repeater, listening on channel 1 and 6, transmitting on 2 and 7, etc., etc. So you can have a main backbone of these repeater nodes talking to a group of remote nodes by doing just what we did. And then as you get further on down the line, it gets a little harder to set those up, but just by enabling that transmitter, and just make sure that when you put these remotes up on the pole that they're in auto mode. Otherwise they'll be looking for a specific channel and you'll have to step through and find where they are. But anyway, that's a quick overview of how to set up a repeater or a relay node, and we'll show some more complex configurations in some future videos.